everyone. Welcome to Session. My name is Sherif Khairy, and with me is the motherfucking god, the smash god, Khairy. welcome back to Session.
Where we at right now?
We don't know where we at right now. How are you, good sir?
Good to be back.
It's good to be back.
You missed like 5 other nicknames. Top 32 in the world.
All right, calm down. We'll get to it. So, it's been a while since you've been on Session, so we're happy to have you back. Welcome back, everyone. Today's topic is about filming Final Stock 2. So, we're just going to hop right into it, all right?
Should be good. I know everybody got mad questions for me because I don't think they heard from me since that video, so...
Oh, yeah, true. It's been a while, yeah. And we're also shooting for a new episode of Strive. So I don't know which one's coming out first, but make sure you just watch both of them, you know? Okay, so Almer, I gotta say, did you think Final Stock 2 was even going to happen? Like, did you think we were actually going to make this thing?
So after the first video, like the way it came out good and everything. The only thing was I wasn't happy with the way I performed. So I did want to do it again, but I wasn't ready until like I felt like I was better at the game. So I did want it to come out, but I just had to practice more.
So quick thing, I remember you talking about this shit on the Avix podcast in 2019. And I don't know if you remember what you said, but you said, I'm pretty sure you said it would be out summer of 2019, and I called cap.
Wait, why did I say that was going to come out in the summer?
Because the original one came out in 2018, and then we were planning on doing the sequel in 2019.
But probably because everybody was asking about it. I just wanted them to shut the fuck up. So I said, yeah, summer 20 year, whatever. That's probably what I just said, just so I can stop hearing about it.
And then COVID happened. So ripped the in-person tournaments.
Yeah.
2021 hit, but COVID was still a big thing, and there was a lot of online tournaments. And I actually remember I texted you. I said, yo, we should do an online tournament and make it Final Stock 2. And you're like, nah, fuck that shit. It would be better in person.
If we're going to do it, it would be in person. Online would be like a really bad scene. Like, especially if that's the sequel to the first one. How is the online tournament going to hold up to the first one, you know? So if I was going to do Final Stock again, I want it to be like 10 times better.
That's true. So fast forward, this shit happened so random. So I remember Almer texting me in 2022 saying, yo, I'm entering Super Smash Con. And I knew about this tournament. It's like one of the biggest Smash tournaments in the world. And I was like, yo, we doing Final Stock 2? And Almer was like, I mean, now is the time.
Yeah, that was the only time. I wasn't going to enter originally until one of my friends told me that Smash 4 was in it. And once I found out, I was like, okay, this is the one time. And it's in Virginia, so it wasn't too far from where I was. So I was like, fuck it, I'm all in. That's when I decided.
I remember I was actually hyped. I was like, damn, we're actually doing this thing. And I remember I didn't say anything about it on Nexvady. I was like, I'm not going to say a damn word until I know for a fact we are filming this. And then finally, the day of SmashCon, we started filming, and then we started posting about it on Nexvady the day we were at the venue. So it came out September 30th, 2022. We shot it in August of 2022. And Almer, you performed pretty damn fucking well, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, I didn't even think I was going to do that good, honestly. I was like, I would have been okay like if I just made it to day 2 and if I lose from there, but I was happy with what I did. So
I remember you telling me we're doing this just for fun. Like if I do well, then we'll make it into a video, or if the video itself comes out fun, we'll post it. But
I think when I beat like the first 3 people, that's when I realized, okay, it's gonna be more than just like a fun video. It's like, let's actually like try to do this, try to make the run happen. Well, definitely Smash 5 was for fun. They don't know anything about Smash 5, but that was for fun.
So if you look at Final Stock 2 Vlog Edition, we do have some footage from the Smash 5 tournament. But honestly, Smash 5, there were 2,000 people playing in that fucking for that game, and we were like, fuck that. And Smash 4 only had 384. So we were like, all right, if we're going to make a video, and if it's a sequel to the original Final Stock, we should continue with Smash 4. Because 1, Almer's better at that game.
Way better at that game.
Yeah, like...
way better.
And 2, it's a lot less players, and honestly, you would place better. And what you did, you placed way higher in Smash 4, didn't you?
I have way more experience in Smash 4 than I did with 5. Like 5, even when 5 came out, I was still playing Smash 4 more than I was on 5. Like I didn't want to like learn the new play style and everything. That's why I wanted to. Everybody keeps asking me like, why don't you just like switch to Smash 5? I just didn't like the way the mechanisms were for that game, and I didn't want to adapt to everybody because everybody's like so good nowadays. Like I don't want to like take that time into it. I got better shit to do.
Oh, to be clear though, you do play Smash 5. Like
I still play. I still compete too. I compete in Smash 5, yeah, because if there were Smash 4 events that are open, then I would do that. But there's nothing besides like major tournaments like Apex and SmashCon. So whenever I do want to compete, then I'll just enter Smash 5 events, which I don't place bad in, but just not as good as I would in Smash 4.
Yeah. So the event itself was 3 days. I was there the first 2 days, and then Omer was there the entire time. I remember when I was about to fly out to Virginia, I got nervous because my flight was at 6 a.m. So I pull up to the airport at 5 a.m. and the lady's like, oh yeah, your flight's already gone. And I was like, wait, what the fuck? And then she was like, well, there's another one, but it's delayed by like 4 hours. And I was like, oh, hell no. So I was literally at the airport until 10. And at the time, Omar didn't know when his first game was. Well, actually, no, you did. It was like Smash 5, but you read the date wrong.
Yeah, my dumbass. I read the date wrong, so I kept telling you, like, yo, you're gonna miss the first match. All the times, like, I was mad sad at you because I thought you.
I was tired of myself. I was so sad. I was like, damn, I'm about to miss my boy's first game.
And then I get there, and then I talk to the TOs, and he tells me, yeah, you don't. Why are you here right now? You don't start till tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, yo, I'm chilling.
Yeah, you actually got me sick to my fucking stomach. I'm over here running. We have a computer in front of us right now just to like look over clips, and I have to say, this opening for Final Stock 2 was fucking ham. Like when you were showing the venue itself of people cheering and then all the different Smash games, that was a good way to start the video.
That was just from day one too, like that opening sequence. That was just day one. Like all 3 days were crazy like that.
Yeah, and we shot it pretty damn well. We got some good ass fucking clips in there. Yeah, this was a good ass start. This was probably the best way. Yeah, this was probably the best video we've ever made. If I'm being honest. And I really strive. So I'm just going to say, like, this is probably the best one we have so far. You're skipping forward. Yo, that Airbnb was kind of...
The Airbnb story was kind of annoying, honestly. Because I had to get in contact with this guy, and he was just being a bitch the whole time.
Yeah, and then we were, like, sharing it with two girls. Yeah.
There was, like, all these rules we had to follow. We barely stayed inside, though.
Yeah, that was the thing. That's why I wasn't... It was cheap, and it was there for us to sleep in. Otherwise, we were at the venue the entire time.
And it was right next to the venue, so that's all we needed, just to sleep.
I wasn't right next to the venue. It was kind of a drive, low-key.
Yeah, like 15 minutes. But that's the best we're going to get, honestly.
So, you went against a couple different fucking players, and I have them listed out here just to go over them real quick. So, fun fact, the person that actually brought Omer to loser bracket was the world's best Luigi player, Elegant. How do you feel about that?
I figured if there was anyone who was going to beat me, like, I was in a roll. Like, that first day, so the warm-ups was fine. Then day one, I just destroyed, I don't even know their names, just destroyed whoever. And then day two comes, I'm doing my thing still. And then I was like, I felt unstoppable until I saw the bracket on day 3, and I saw, if I beat this guy, I'm against Elegant. And I was like, okay. I was like, at least let me. That's when I like turned up a little bit. I was like, if I'm gonna lose, I'd rather lose to Elegant.
Yeah, if you're gonna lose to anyone, it might as well be the best Luigi player. So you went up against a couple people. I remember one of the first was a Fire Ant. He was another Luigi player. By the way, you fucking clapped, my boy.
Isn't it crazy how both Final Stocks, both my first games were both Luigi players?
Yeah, that was the one. I didn't even notice that.
That's not even scripted, yo. It's not even scripted. It literally just happened like that.
That was actually crazy.
So yeah, Fire Ant. I remember.
Fire Ant, bitch.
Fire Ant. What's it called? So I was looking up matches beforehand, like the night before. When I was looking at the bracket, I see him, he's in my bracket, and I'm looking up these games, and I see clips of him on Smash 5, right? Smash 5 is different. Like, Smash 5 Luigi is way better than Smash 4 Luigi. So I'm looking at all these clips, and he's, like, zero-deathing everybody and just, like making highlights, right? So I was already shitting myself. So going into that first game, I was, like, already nervous as fuck. Then it was, like, 30 seconds into that first game, and I was, like, clapping him. I was like, okay, I got this in the bag.
Yeah, you dude. I was telling Omer this. Y'all know I'm not religious like that. Like, But the entire time he was playing against Fire Ant, I was fucking saying prayers in my head. I was like fucking praying to Allah.
No, because I even told you, I was like showing you some of this clips. I was like, yo, this guy's a fucking animal. Like, he might beat me. Like, I was like gassing him up OD. He was good though. He
was
game two.
good.
Game two. Look, he was already like he was ahead. He just he SD'd that last stock.
Yeah,
he was ahead that game. He could have had me there. It could have been 1-1. But I think like maybe the nerves got to him. But, so he definitely showed up. It just sucks that he ran into the champ.
The next person you played was Raichu, a Pikachu player. This man was pissed.
This guy,
yo, when you lost, when he lost, I've never seen someone fucking fist pump someone so hard.
He had issues. Like even like mid game, I felt mad uncomfortable because like mid game, he was like doing all these
He was
movements.
like twitching and like shaking his head a lot.
I thought he was like gonna punch me at one point. Like I took off one of his stocks. He like shook his head OD. I'm like, damn, yo, chill. Like that's like, you know, I understood like the matchup is bad. You know, like him Pikachu versus Diddy Kong. Like Pikachu can't do anything. Like he's gonna keep running into the bananas. So that's what I kept doing. I just kept spamming the bananas, and he kept getting more and more tight. And he's a Pikachu main. He even that. So once he switched from Pikachu to Samus, I knew it was over. So I was like, okay, I beat him from his main. He's not gonna.
Yo, to be fair though, there's ways of playing like a bitch in tournaments, but I feel like if you're at a tournament and spamming is working for you, you gotta fucking spam.
Hell yeah.
Why the hell wouldn't you, yo?
Yeah, that fist pump, you almost broke my hand.
Yo, he was fucking sick to his
I had to
stomach.
leave as soon as possible. I just remember I got up and I just like walked away from him because he looked like he was tight.
my man stormed
And you said
off.
you saw him like he lost to somebody else after.
Yeah, he lost to someone, and then Albert was the one that took him out of the tournament. So I was like, damn. And then after Raichu, you played this guy named Sam. Now this motherfucker made Corrin, and I still remember this one. Yeah. Remember when you fucking fumbled the first? I think it was the first game, and you looked at it for a second.
I looked for a second. I remember I was like, yo, I wanted to tell him so bad, yo, let's restart. But obviously you can't do that. So he's gonna take it all the way to the bank. But this is like when I SD'd that first stock, I just remember this is like the one game where if I this is like it had to be one more person and I was gonna make it the top 32. So all I had to do was beat him. I SD'd that first stock at like what, like 10% or whatever.
Yeah.
And he had a whole stock lead. I was like, at that point I gotta turn up.
Oh, I knew. I really thought you were done. When you lost that stock, I was like, fuck, yo, he either needs to win the next game or pray that this kid fucks up. And he didn't really fuck up. You just fucking came back out of nowhere and rocked.
So let me tell you why. Like at that moment, I clocked out because I saw him before. He was playing this guy. I think his username was like he was a Diddy Kong player or whatever, right? And I saw his match with that Diddy Kong player, and he was playing Corrin. So I saw that his Corrin, he like destroyed that Diddy player. And when he started off the game with me, he started off with Zero Suit, and I was like, oh, he's probably not taking me serious. Then I SD that stock, and I'm like, damn, he's gonna win this game. Then if I win, if I somehow beat his Zero Suit the next game, it's gonna be 1-1, and then he's gonna switch to Corrin and beat me on that last game. That's how I thought it was gonna go out. But so I didn't think I was gonna win that first game at all. I just like I was like, dude, I just started focusing OD. And I was like, let me just like, you know, I can bring this back.
I actually remember when you beat him, I tried not to jump. I was like, yo, how the hell did this man fucking fumble a whole stock lead? But we were talking about it. He must have choked. He must have choked when the nerves got to him.
I agree. Yeah, because he's like, oh, I got a big ass lead. Yo, I got this now. This is gonna be the easiest game for me. And that's usually the ones that get you. So I think he just got overexcited. He probably was sleep. He was sleeping on them. He was sleeping on me. That's what happened.
Did it end up being? Hold on, we're on the video right now. Did it end up being 1-1?
Yeah, so he beat me. So like I said, like I knew his main is Corrin. Yeah, his main is Corrin. So I knew he would beat me with Corrin because he's good at that matchup because I saw what he did to the other Diddy player. So also it was 1-1. So he dapped. So I dapped to him. He dapped to me. Then I dapped back to him. And this is like the last game, and I was like,
and you won.
I just like.
Yo, I remember this. So like a big thing is, especially when this is a game for whoever wins this gets into top 32, and Umar beat him. But you also got to be humble because at that point he's probably depressed as shit. Yeah. So Umar like got up and cheered a little bit, but I could good shit for like not going crazy with it. You were cheering, which is fine because you deserve to. but also you kept it tamed. Like you didn't get crazy about it.
It was a decent pop up. I still dabbed him up at the end. You know, I told him. I don't know if you got this on footage too, but I remember after I went. So you know, I shook his hand, whatever. I go to the guy, I tell him to score, and then I go back to him. I'm like, yo, like you did a good job. Like I think you're gonna body anyone in your way in losers bracket, which he did. He went on to top 32, but in the losers side.
Yeah.
So I had a feeling that guy, like he's a force. Like he did a really good job.
Yeah, he did do a good job. So then after him, you played Brosidon, a Yoshi player.
That was the next day. So yeah, I remember I was like, you got mad hype because the TO goes like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow. And you're like, wait, that's it? And I'm like, yeah, we got to go on to the next day.
I remember you were watching footage of him because he plays Yoshi and you saw him struggling with Fox. And you were going to go Fox. But I don't think when you versed him, you went Fox at all, right? You stayed
That was the
Diddy,
plan.
didn't you?
The plan was to go Fox because from the clips I saw, he just did so like I saw like the worst Fox in the world, just like destroying him. I'm like, wow, this guy. I'm like, I'm a Fox main too. So if anything goes wrong with Diddy,
Damn, yo, my eyes look beautiful in that video though. Yo, look at my shit. Stop playing with you.
Why?
Oh, why? Omar's visiting me and he keeps saying, oh,
I
I.
just got back from Staten Island, so that's all we've been saying.
Oh, I.
Yeah, bro, Simon was like super chill. Like during our game, he was like talking to me mid game too. Actually, like he was laughing about it. Like I would like beat his ass.
Oh, he was hands down the most chill player.
He was super chill. Yeah,
That man was there for a good time, not a long time.
yeah. Which I think I told you like afterwards. We got in contact after we played a few games after this, which is like it was pretty pretty nice like playing with him again.
Yeah, now they just play on the regular. Do you guys play Smash 4 still?
Every once in a while, you know, like we're gonna play until like the online dies, hopefully, because Wii U is gonna close their online pretty soon. So
yeah, Nintendo's shutting off Wii U and 3DS online. Rip the dream.
Yeah, but with him, like I just felt bad because even though he was a cool ass dude, I knew who was up next. It was Elegant, so I had to beat his ass. Honestly, I had to spike the fuck out of him in that first.
Yo, that was a dirty ass spike.
I had to do it too.
Okay, this is respectfully because my man was on crutches, but I remember seeing a comment about damn, I respect him so hard, dude ended up in crutches.
Ended up in crutches after I was done with him. Like that's fucked up, honestly. But
yeah, that's fucked up, but that shit was fucking funny. And he's fine now. He's healed and everything.
He's good, yeah. You know, but you know, I had to beat him because like I really wanted to see like I never played like a top player like this before. Someone who's like in like the top 5 rankings like this. So I wanted to see how I would do.
And I remember filming, so we kind of stuck to standard stuff where I was behind him a lot, but we tried to get some extra B-roll footage that you guys would see, just like of the tournament, and kind of have people get a feel of the space there, because they had other shit going on too. Like they actually did have other games besides Smash, but I'm trashing all of them, and Omer only plays Smash, so we were just there. And even when like people were out, there'd be people that would gather around, especially in Smash 5. People would gather around like certain players and just watch them play and would cheer. I remember when there was this, I think we have it on in Final Stock too, actually. There was this clip where people were booing a Steve player against the Lucas player, and then the Steve player ended up losing, and everyone cheered so hard for that Lucas player.
Best. I mean, that's just how it is every time a Steve player plays. Like everybody's always against Steve players because the way they play is just. I'm happy this game doesn't have. I mean, we have Bayonetta, which is probably worse.
Yeah, Smash 4's got the Bayonetta curse. But you ended up playing. So after you beat Brosidon, then you headed to fucking Elegant's world. So
Elegant, if I beat him, which obviously I knew going and it was gonna happen. But if I somehow did, then I would have placed top 16. Like this was the game to enter top 16.
What would you have done if you beat Elegant?
Oh, I would have popped off in his face. Especially if I knew beforehand. Well, like I don't know if you guys knew there was like accusations about him, like that came out afterwards.
We don't know if it's true or not, but
just accusations that. But I didn't know at the time. But it was happening during SmashCon. But if I knew about that beforehand, and if I somehow won, I would have went in on him.
He would have popped off one.
I switched to Zero Suit because that first game Diddy Kong is a top tier player. So I was top tier character, and this guy's a top tier player. So he obviously studies that matchup. He ran through my Diddy because he's used to playing people like
he's
Zero,
used to it,
like Zero, MVD, all these type of people. So when he played me, it was nothing. I switched to Zero Suit. The only thing I was really upset about was I was doing pretty decent, and then that second stock I just did a stupid mistake and I died again at like 12%.
Yeah,
and I was like, I just want to take at least one stock off him, and then like maybe I can do something from there. But that was like that was, I don't want to say that cost me the game, but definitely cost me that stock. I just messed up.
Yeah. So after that, Omar gets into loser bracket and then gets out of the tournament. And then we reach the end clip of Final Stock 2. And it's me, like, thanking people for watching. And I don't know if some people found that weird or not, but honestly, at the time, Omar didn't think he would be elegant. Let's, like, put it out there and make it pretty clear.
Yeah.
But it's also that thing where, like, damn, what if I beat him? So Omar was pretty down afterwards. So I ended off Final Stock 2 and just let my boy breathe a little bit. I don't want to put a camera in his face because at that point you're just like upset. You don't want to really talk.
Want to talk to anyone. Yeah.
Even like I sensed the vibe, like you were down a little bit and I was trying to make you have fun again. Like we tried to play N64, the first Smash game on N64, but I could tell my boy was still down. So I was like, I'm going to give him a little bit of space, but like let's enjoy the rest of the venue while we're there. I
had a good time. Like, it was just that one day that I was really upset because I just thought I could have played better, honestly. So when the last day came, finals day came, I was happy because like I was like, there's no more pressure on me. Like I'm out, so I can just enjoy the rest. I just ended up watching top 32 for Melee, which is like, it was fun because at least my favorite player won the tournament, so I got to enjoy that.
Oh yeah, Mango won, right?
So I was happy about
Mango,
that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I ended it off. And me and Omar were actually seeing that, and we were talking about it because when Omar wasn't competing and we were just sitting down watching matches, we watched a lot of top player matches for Melee, and we were seeing like all these players lose. And then they get bombarded by fans.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Like even like you alone, as my brother I was still getting tired just having you. So I can't imagine like random people, like thousands of people coming up to me asking for pictures after I just took a fat L. Like I would punch one of them in the face.
Yo, I was like saying, like, and the worst part is like there's a way to approach people, but they would swarm them like, yo, y'all gotta fucking read the room. Like my man's depressed right now. He don't want to be around any of you. You gotta leave.
Like the last thing you want to do when you lose to like see now I can say it because I know what it feels like now. Like when you lose to like a top player with so much pressure on you and you know what's next, like top 16, top 8 is next, and you lose, like you feel like you fumbled the bag, like you just like you lost the lottery. Like that's what it feels like, and all you want to do is just like, you just want to sit down and just like not be near anyone. So I see why they get like attitude sometimes, or like they always bitch in Twitter about it. I can see where they're coming from.
Speaking of bombarding top players, we were actually pretty good about that. We didn't really talk to them when they lost, obviously, but when we saw them just walk around the venue, Omar went up. How did it feel meeting Mango? Because we all know you stole his look.
That's facts. That was like just literally like a dream come true. Like that's like my childhood right there. Like I remember watching
first time meeting him,
2014.
Right?
Yeah, I was watching him since 2014. So when I saw him, I was like, I remember he was just standing. He was literally, it was perfect because nobody was around. He was just standing there waiting for someone to call him to play. And I was like, yo, this is the only chance I'm gonna see him because afterwards everybody's gonna like bombard him. So
yeah, whether he wins or loses, he's gonna get surrounded.
Now's a chance. I remember I took one picture. I think he looked tight as fuck in that picture. I'm not gonna lie.
You did look like you don't fuck with you.
But it was nice to see him, and not just him. I met Hungry Box too, someone who I hated.
Yeah, we saw a couple of cool players actually.
I saw Hungry Box too. I saw the Buzz. Another guy.
Buzz. Holy shit!
And there's this one guy. He's a Smash 5 player. His name is Zamba. I have a history with Zamba because he's from Staten Island, where I'm from originally, and I remember I would go to this one tournament in the YMCA, and I saw him one time, and at the time he was a nobody. Like he was like 12 years old. And I remember paying $10 entry fee for that tournament. And I remember I was like, oh, let me just get my money back. So I go up to Zamba not knowing who he was. This is a true story, actually. And I go up to him and I asked him, I was like, yo, you want to money match me for $10? And he's like, okay, bet. This guy destroys me. I remember he destroys me. And then I see him at SmashCon. I was going to tell him about that story, but I didn't want to be weird. So I was like, oh, let me just get a picture.
Damn, that was holy shit. So yeah, it was very fun filming there. We went to a party afterwards. We met a couple cool people. Actually, I met a guy that was filming for a company. I forgot what it was, but he was filming for them, and we were talking about it because he saw me running around with the camera following Omer. He was like, "Oh, what do you guys do?" I was like, "Oh, we run a cringe YouTube channel. Don't worry about it." And he was like, "Damn, let me subscribe real quick and follow you." I was like, "Yeah, go right ahead." But we met some really cool people, and also I'm gonna say this: y'all motherfuckers be saying how Smash players smell like shit. I'm not gonna lie. When I was there, nobody smelled like shit.
Yo, that they're talking about like local tournaments. Like they don't know local tournaments. They don't know what deodorant is. No, I think they were like literally giving out deodorant.
Oh yeah, at SmashCon there were people giving out free deodorant, but I was actually like, it was funny and I was laughing about it because you get the joke like, oh, they stink.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't bad at all. Like
I didn't smell anything, honestly.
So yeah, it was a fun ass thing. We got a couple souvenirs, but Omar, now for the main thing I want to ask you. Now that you went through Final Stock 2, do you think we'll ever... We don't want to set anything in stone, you know? So don't give a year like you did last time. But do you think we would ever make Final Stock 3? Is that in your future?
Damn, I gotta think about that. I don't think it is, honestly.
No comment? Damn!
If I'm being, I mean, as of right now, I think I'm happy with what I did for Final Stock 2. Like, this is like the biggest Smash event of the year, and I placed top 32. So.
All right, but what if we went to SmashCon again, though? And what if you place even higher?
Then that's all right,
that's a video right there. That's a video right there.
I can consider that.
I'll answer that for you. It's a video right there.
But like I said, I think it's rare. Like I think there's only like going to be a few more Smash 4 events for probably this year, and then I think after this year they're probably going to close it off for good. So if it happens, really? You know, I'll give it a shot. You know, why not?
Yeah, we might as well just go just for fun because that shit was fun. But yeah, that was our experience filming Final Stock 2. I want to thank you all for listening to Session, and I love you. Goodbye.